Craig about his music career. So Craig, tell us about yourself.
So my name is Craig Amir Lacy. I was born in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, 1998. Raised up there to the age of 4. Then after that, I moved out to PA, and that's how I was raised up in Norristown. Went to Paul Fly, Eisenhower, and right here at the High.
Okay, so what got you into making music, and when did you start?
The first time I ever was really interested in music is probably by the age of 6. I used to always sit in the studio with my dad and watch him rap, and I was just like, wow, that's so amazing. And I had no idea I had a love for it. I just was like, I love music. I mean, who doesn't love music? Nobody can't live life without music. So I'm just like, yeah, this is amazing. I can't believe it. And then as I got older, I realized I have a passion for it. And then just one day, words started rhyming out my mouth, no doubt. Whoa, I didn't even mean to do that, you see?
Wow. So what were the first reactions you got from people when you started making your own music?
Well, when I first started making my music, a lot of people were just like, oh, it's just a little hobby. Oh, you won't take it too serious. A lot of people, a lot of doubts and a lot of regrets, except for people in my household. My parents always told me if I believe something, go after it, no matter what the odds say or what the opinions are of other people. So I always try to focus and have a bigger outbringing on that. To all my friends and all my peers, when they found out I made music, most of them was just like, wow, but then they actually heard my music and were like, yo, this is you, I can't believe it. I mean, at the same time, I also have respect for other friends that make music, and they actually been making music and not just doing it to tag along as a trend. So, yeah.
So how old were you when you started performing for people?
When I started performing for people, I was at least 10 years old. When I was real young, I used to perform with my mom and dad in the kitchen when I was like 6, and I used to dance around like, yeah. You know, I'm not going to use the voice, but I used to put on a little show in the kitchen for my mom and dad every night.
So what kind of artists do you like, and how have they influenced your music?
I say 3 of my favorite artists. I say J. Cole, Big Sean, and Lil Wayne. The reason I chose all 3 of those artists is because J. Cole speaks upon topics I like to speak about. He speaks about reality, real life things. I could relate to Lil Wayne and Big Sean because somewhat, when I go in the studio and I listen to my voice sounds like theirs, but in the same way, my own original way. So those are how them artists helped me. And I've been watching Lil Wayne ever since I was young. I was just like, wow, he's just a crazy dude. So I just like that image also.
So what kind of things do you rap about?
Well, I rap about reality rap, and by reality rap, I mean what's going on in the present, what's going on in everyday lives. Like, what I rap about is what people live and what people experience. I don't want to rap about something that I don't live or something that I don't have, because then that doesn't advocate to what I'm living, and then I'm falsifying who I am. And I'm no fraud. I'm not no prophet. I'm not no idol. I'm just a regular person like you and me. So when I make my music, I try to speak on topics everybody can relate to, so I don't try to ban people out and make them feel like they're nothing.
So what are you currently up to with your music making?
Currently, I just went in the studio 2 days in a row. So this Friday, hopefully, I'll be having a little something for all my supporters out there. 824 Follow the Movement. I go around in school, I tell it to everybody. I'm low-key, psychologically brainwashing that in their head, because 824 is the month I was born, August 24th. And Follow the Movement is just based upon the movement that I'm coming with my music. And it's more than just a rap group or anything like that. It's a lifestyle that I'm bringing with it. So.
Okay, so do you perform live too?
Most definitely. Honestly, in my opinion, I think I perform better live than I actually do in the studio.
Okay.
So, like, I just love performing. It's just something about the drive and the ambition and everybody. Like, the first time I ever performed was in 5th grade in my music class. And I'll say the rap for you. It was it's a little kiddie-ish. It was like, if I could go back in the time, then you know I would. What happened to my neighborhood? And how you gonna tell me that it's all good, all good? I look around, what do I see? I see destruction, and everybody talking about hustling. Now how we gonna have a discussion when you bickering and fussing and packing up? Get your flight 47 going elsewhere. Thanking God for the fact that I'm still here. He recognized my potential and it's unfair. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So that was in 5th grade?
5th grade, I wrote that.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It was a funny moment. And that was the first time I ever performed in front of everybody. And this is I had Miss Weicker, and I went to Eisenhower, and she like has these little talent shows for the class, and she grades you. And I was so shy, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I wrote this down, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just say this. Said it. Everybody's like, whoa, you can rap, and I was like, I can't really rap. I just ironically had the words rhyme. So then after that, one thing led to another, and I just started advancing and realizing I really do love making music.
That's great. So what are your future plans and how are you going to get there?
My future plans is, as soon as I graduate, I have an internship at QVC, and I go out to Power 99 once in a while because I know a couple people there, and I'm trying to get my music out there as much as possible, and not just like, not to sound desperate, I don't like to just go anywhere. I like to go certain places to keep my name safe because I don't want to go such and such and just have my name be like, oh, that's not such a good place to perform. So after high school, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I already pre-started it, and I got like 400-something subscribers, so that's a good start. And over the summer, I'm going to do college shows and stuff like that and just keep building up my career. 824, follow the movement, trendsetters only.
Okay, so do you have an end goal for all of this?
Have a what?
An end goal?
Yes, indeed. My end goal is just be financially stable. I'm not planning on touching billions and trillions, but if that happens, that happens. I just want to be financially stable and doing what I love and loving what I do, because I don't want to wake up every morning like, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. And over time and time again, I've beaten the odds, so hopefully I could beat these odds and make this dream become reality.
All right, so who or what is your biggest motivator?
My mom, most definitely my dad, and the man upstairs. My dad helped me so much in life that it's undescribable. Like, every day we would go to school, drive me in the car, he would have things, and he would tell me, like, he would say, just give me little advice and little things like that. And them things I will never forget because I live off of what he tells me. But that's not saying he controls my life, because at the same time, I'm my own man now. But the things that he taught me are things I'll never forget in life, and they taught me to be the man I am today.
Okay, so what was your Mr. Norristown experience like? We heard that you were part of that with Dylan.
Yeah, Mr. Norristown, that was a fantastic experience. Like, besides me, like, everybody was able to put on the show. I'm happy. Unfortunately, one person dropped out, but it's all good. Everybody put on the show. Dylan did a great job. Thaddeus, I would say all their names, but I get a little long. But everybody did an outstanding job. And just like, I was just happy to see that people weren't scared to put on a show. Because we was so worried about the crowd, and people was like, oh, the Norristown crowd may be bad, but nah, they show love. And I appreciated that so much because everybody out there had good energy. And just like Dylan said, they roared back at Michael. That was such a shell shocker for me. I was like, oh my gosh, you're really doing this. So after that, it was just awesome. It was a great night, great experience. Then after that, I got something to eat.
What was your act like?
Well, my act was, I did a remix to P. Diddy's song, I'm Coming Home. I did a remix to it, telling everybody about my experience from 4th grade all the way to 12th grade.
Okay, what about for your outfits for the other parts of the show?
Good question. So when I came out for, what was it, formal wear? Yeah, formal wear. I came out in a gray tux with a white shirt, gray tie, and I came out with Alicia as homecoming king and queen. Also, with my childhood best friend, also a little childhood crush, but we're not gonna get into that. So then after that, I went to my casual wear. I came out in a Michael Jackson Thriller jacket. That was crazy. Had the afro all out, no doubt. People going like, ah. I'm like, yeah. So then after that, we go to swimming. I come out, I bring like 20 people with me. My baby brother comes out with me, ripping off my tank top. Wish I didn't do that. Should have had another tank top on under. I was looking fat, but it's all good. Yeah, and then after that, for my performance, I wore all black because in 10th grade, I did a performance wearing all white. So I just flipped it because, you know, seniors, we black out.
Right. So you mentioned being homecoming king.
Yes.
What was that like?
I mean, honestly, I like that stuff, but I don't really feed into it as much as other people do because I realize a lot of people look at it as a competition, and regardless if I was king, Mr. Norristown, all that stuff, it wouldn't discourage me and be the person I am today. I would still be the same outgoing person I am that I was last year or the year before that, and I would just keep being determined because most of that stuff just is your alter ego and stuff like that. I don't really feed into that stuff because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you are or who you are because I'm a man at the end of the day. And my soul, you can't take that from me. So, but still, it's great to have it, and I appreciate everybody who voted for me, because that's mad love.
So back to your music career, who manages it for you?
Well, as of right now, I do myself, and a real close friend of mine. I'm not going to say his name out there because it's real personal, because that's my agent, you know. But my career, it's just been ups and downs, because the first time they had a music competition, we had a competition, and it was the reward was $50 and 2 hours of free studio time. So the first time I went on stage and I was going against everybody, my mic went out, literally for the first 10 words, and those were the most important words of the song. But I didn't even stop. When I heard it, I just kept going. And ironically, the judges graded me a 10, 10, 9, 9, and that was good enough to take me to the finals. The finals, you had to do 2 songs. So the second song I came up, and I got 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 from the jump. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So then after that, went to the studio. I met this one person. I mean, I didn't like what he was advocating, because he was playing my music for other people, and that's exactly what I didn't want. I want my music to be on the low right now, because these are just demos that I'm releasing to the people. These are nowhere close to mixed down. These are nowhere close to finalized or anything like that. So I didn't like what he showed, and I seen he was a duplicator, and he would copy other people's music and mimic it. So I wasn't a fan of that either. Me, I'm more of an original person. I like to do things from scratch, start it from scratch, make it original as possible, something that everybody looks at and be like, oh, wow, I like that, you know? So with my career, I try to be the most distinct, but at the same time original, same time be like, wow, I've never seen anybody like him. So I just try to be me, at the same time just be original as possible.
So do you find that you still have a lot of work to do?
Oh, most definitely. That's the thing with most people. They get to one place of their life and they get complacent. With me, I'm never complacent. I always feel like there's something I could fix, always something I can improvise, always something I could do better at. When I go to the studio and lay down my songs, I listen to it at least 5 or 6 times. Even if it sounds pristine and sounds perfect, I'm going to think about it. And I'm going to be like, nah, I still need to fix that, need to fix my vocals, overdubs, things of the such. So as me as a person, I feel like I'm never complacent and I'll never be satisfied. Because the moment that you feel like you're satisfied is the moment you messed up in life.
Okay, so what advice would you give to people who want to pursue a career in music?
If you want to pursue a career in music, I believe that you shouldn't advocate something that you're not. Because that's what most of these artists do nowadays. They rap about things that they're not. They portray an image that they don't. And it's misleading to so many people, even themselves. They try to make an image for themselves that they aren't living, and that can get them in a lot of trouble. So be true to yourself. Do what you love to do, man. Just practice your craft, and if you really want to do it, eat, sleep, love it. Like, you got to live that, man. It's your dream. You can make it happen. All you got to do is believe. Sounds cliche, but it's the realest thing I've ever heard.
So what is your favorite moment that you've ever had performing?
That's a good question. My favorite moment ever performing was my first performance. My first performance in front of Eisenhower Middle School. Not the one in the talent show in my music class, in front of my whole school. Because that was a moment I realized if I really wanted to do this as a career, or I was just like, oh, maybe I could play with it as a hobby. Because I came out on stage in 5th grade, or 6th grade. And I performed in front of everybody. And I choked. And that means, like, I literally didn't have a word come out. I hit the stage, I was like, That whole year, everybody laughed at me, and I mean everybody. Everybody was like, oh, you can't rap, you can't do this. You're not really that nice. And I was just like, I felt so discouraged. That was like, you know what, I'm going to come back next year, and I'm going to kill it, and I'm going to show y'all what I can do. So next year comes around. Ironically, I get in a fight the same day we had this performance. I have a busted lip. So I'm like, I don't think I can rap with a busted lip. And plus, I thought I was going to get suspended because it was a fight. But ironically, I didn't. They said you could still perform because I was a good student. So I came to the performance with a swollen lip, still nervous. I'm like, oh, how's this going to play out? So I come out there, and ironically, I don't know what it was. It must have been my adrenaline or something, because with a swollen lip, I was still capable to put on this show and kill it to the fullest. Everybody was like, oh, my gosh. They couldn't believe it. It was like, Craig. I'm like, guys, I told y'all. All you got to do is believe in yourself, and anything can happen.
So on top of that, what are some other things you've learned along the way?
I've learned that it's going to be a lot of challenges in life. There's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to doubt you. There's going to be a lot of people that come into your life just for a test. it's going to be a lot of people showing you fake love, but you got to turn that fake love and all that negativity into positivity. I mean, like, it's life. We have ups and downs. We have our good days. We have our bad days. It's just what you make of it. Just like life. Every day is what you make of it. So try to be the best at what you do and just ignore all the negative and all the hate, because the hate is another reason why I'm great, you know?
Okay, so what's the best part about making music for you?
The best part about making music is I get to put my everyday life into this song. And I get, like, other people will come out their way to come and listen to it. And that's the best feeling in the world. When I write music, I feel like I'm free. Like, when a track runner runs, basketball player plays basketball, I write music, I rap it, I feel free. I feel like there's not a care in the world. Not to say I feel like I'm immortal or anything, but just saying, like, I feel stress-free. I don't feel no problems of this toxic world or no problems that this world advocates to me. So I feel so relieved when I make music, and it's a great feeling.
So on top of your music, do you participate in anything else at school?
Yes, I'm in Young Scholars. I'm in Student Council from time to time. I am the co-president of my Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy class. What else? I'm a freshman tutor. I love to host pep rallies, so I'm kind of part of Blue and White Society. They just call me down for pep rallies, so I can host that. There's a lot of things I participate in just to show people that you ain't too cool for school. You can still be participating in school and still be the man. It don't matter.
So what are your other passions then? Are you passionate about any of those things?
I'm passionate. I like writing a lot. I like writing about things that I like, of course, but I love writing. I like uplifting people too. Like, if I feel like me being a rapper couldn't work, motivational speaking or a broadcaster will also be my lane, because I just love making people smile, love making people feel good. I just love great energy, because I can feel if you have bad energy, and I don't like being around people with bad energy. I'll tell you straight from the jump, be like, yo, you can't hang with me. You got bad energy. And good energy and bad energy don't mix. That's just like putting two batteries with the negative heads together. Wait, you know what I mean now. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right.
Do you have anything released that people can listen to?
Yes, I do. I have a SoundCloud, and www.soundcloud.com. Click on that. Then you're going to search up this right here. C.E.L.O.W.E. Yeah. So I'm about to break that down for you. That's CeeLo altogether. So CeeLo means, huh?
What was that address?
www.soundcloud.com. And let's hear that name one more time. C.E.L.O.W.E. So as I was saying, that's CeeLo, and that stands for cash eventually latched on with ease, which means don't take my money for granted. At the same time, don't take me for granted, and don't think you're going to take this money out of my pocket. 'Cause at the end of the day, I worked hard to be here, and you're going to have to kill me if you're going to stop me.
And is that your rapper name?
That's my stage name, correct.
Okay, so how did you come up with that?
I came up with that because that was my father's rap name, ironically. And a lot of people used to call him that. And my first rap name was Little Low. Then after that, it was Low Dishes. Then after that, it was CeeLo. Yes. Yes. That's exactly.
Okay, so what group of people are you hoping to impact with your music?
My group of people, honestly, anybody. That's why I make my music at the same time. I just want anybody can listen to it, feeling down, listen to the music, feel uplifted, feel spiritually happy, feel relieved, just feel happy. It doesn't matter about your complexion or about the genre of music, 'cause I make all kinds of moods. I have party music, got storytelling music, got the hard music, got soft music, got the loving music. Any music you got, I probably got it. I try to make music for everybody so nobody feels like they're left out, so everybody can feel loved in my music.
And what's your favorite type of music to make?
My favorite type of music is, I would say reality. I would say moments that I lived in reality rap, because I love them moments to the fullest, man. Because those are the moments I've actually lived, the moments I've actually done. So it makes me feel the best to what, it makes me feel happy. And those are my best topics, because those are the songs I do best on.
Okay. So do you think making music is a positive influence for kids?
It depends what kind of music they listen to, man. Because I listen to the radio, and all the messages that they advocate to these little kids is so wrong. Like, I hear kids saying, push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. And I'm like, oh my, ain't you in preschool? And they just like, it's just sad. because hip hop is not what it used to be. Music isn't what it used to be, and it evolved, and it kind of got better at the same time it got worse. And it's sad because kids got devices now, and they're able to listen to this stuff on their own, and you can just let their minds be polluted with all this bad stuff. I mean, at the same time, there's good music, but there's not as much good music as there's bad music.
So what about kids making their own music?
I
Do you
think kids
that's-
making their own music is beautiful, but just like I said, unless they're not portraying what they are. Like if they're out here saying, oh, I'm a thug, oh, I'm this and that, come on, man. You go, nah, just stop. Like if you don't live that life. Now, if you live that life and you're portraying that, that's fine. I just don't like people who emulate something that they're not. And if you're making music, then clearly you got a love for something else, so that's good too.
So do you think that your music has influenced who you are today?
Most definitely. My music built me, destroyed me, but also rebuilt me again. Because at a moment in my life, I had a big drought, and I didn't know what to make. Like, I didn't know if I could really make music. I was just like, oh, I could freestyle, but I used to hate writing. And then one day, I was like, you know what, man? I had a job. I worked at Friendly's. I was like, yo, I can't work here. I need to be famous. So then after that, I quit my job, wrote like 20 songs in like a month. And then after that, ever since that, my songs been stacking. Ever since then, I wrote at least more than 200 songs. I got 200 songs at home.
Wow. So are you planning to stay here in Norristown, or are you planning to go perform other places?
Oh, I'm trying to go all across the globe. Hopefully
Okay.
do a couple college shows, stuff like that. I mean, of course, I always show love to my hometown, but at the same time, I need to get exposure. I need to get out as much as possible.
Okay, so do you think you could freestyle for us?
Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
Fred, come over here. Why don't you,
All right, I got
come
you.
over here, bud?
All right. Pleasure.
Thank you.